Hello. I'm back. Hold on. Wow. You want my it looks evil. Yeah. Probably won't go as long as yesterday today. Probably like 2.5. 2.5, yeah. I know I have the first dungeon. I have the first dungeon today. I'm very excited for that. What's for dinner? What's in it though? Nice. Yum. Oh, um, I'll get help for this one. If you want to do it with me. We've now won keystones from both the Feat of Reeds and Feat of Gold. Surely that means our approach up to the contest was the right one. So it would seem, by continuing to retrace Gulu Jaja's journey, as presented in the saga, we should find the remaining electors in turn. Then let's visit the giants next. Like Kryl said, the fact that they were searching for the Golden City might mean they know something useful. The home of the Yakoi is in the upper reaches of Ekopacha. Unless you're keen on scaling the cliffs, we'll have to take the long way around, through Kozamauka. This route will take us close to the Moblin village, which is another important location in the saga. Since we'll need all the keystones eventually, it makes sense to pay them a visit while we're passing through. What do we call on the Moblins first, then? Let's head there right now. I'm afraid right now is going to be a problem. flight of, uh, the flight of we wingless, the great stairs leading to the Moblin settlement, collapsed in the storm. What do we do then? Random player did Heavensward final dungeon with. Oh no. There is an alternative, but it requires preparation. Until it's ready, you could rest at the cabins or see more of the city. Whatever you prefer. Just to be sure, you'll accept any method of travel as long as it gets us to our destination? Of course. Who do you take me for? Then, as your guide, I will see to the arrangements. Well, it seems we have some free time on our hands. Let us make the most of it. I need to get my axe repaired. I nicked the blade pretty bad when I took a swing at Bakujaja. That reminds me, I never got around to introducing you to Ropley, did I? He's the man in charge of, Waku Meku Meki. A good person to know? Want to come along? Yes, please. Let's go then. Sorry if my avatar is like a bit squinty. It's because I'm squinting. I'm still like half asleep. Thank you, Elle. Ready? Oh, ready? The markets of Wakumeki Meki are to the east, on the other side of Bayside Bevy. Whoa, look who it is. Ooh. The smiley. The giggling smiley. This is Auntie's tacos, named for its owner here, the lovely Tisol. If you're after the best tacos in Tuliolao, this place sits at the top of Zeplav Tai. You say that, they'd promise, but you only ever eat of Brook Ivu's food. Come and buy mine for a change. Sorry, Tisol. It's been a while, hasn't it? I swear I'll stop by for a bite once the contest is over. Can I have one? No. My, that they'd promise. Might I assist you this fine evening? Well met, Ripley. I need to buff a nasty nick out of my axe blade. Hey, Magoo. Yes, it's been chipped quite terribly. Trying to cleave rocks again, why we? And something like that. Think you can fix it? You stand among Terrell's most prestigious gathering of artisans and ask this a question. It's child's play. We'll have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of an alpaca's tail. Good to hear. I'll leave it in your capable hands. Who's your companion, if I may ask? This is Walla, a great adventurer I recruited from across the salt. I brought her here to meet you, actually. Thought she might have reason to visit Wakumeki Meki sooner or later. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Rokwi, humble representative of this grand center of trade. Pleasure to meet you, Walla. You there, stop dithering in the shadows and announce your business already. I've seen that man somewhere before. Oh, on the boat. A jewelry maker you met on the voyage over. Oh, I remember. I spoke with him too. Bojan Tane? Yes, that was his name. You've been loitering like a flightly admirer who can't pluck up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it then. Why are you here? Yeah, that is to say... I mean, we're closer to solving that enigma. I wonder if he gave a fuck. I clicked. Where are you? AUI. And you were conversing with Master Ropley, but wait, we've met before, haven't we? On the ship? You found him? Oh. She's on her way. Why did you run off like that? Did you have business with Ropley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourselves with my affairs. I'm undeserving of such attention. What are you going on about? Beg of you, do not ask me to explain. Do not. Sorry, but the more you tell me not to, the more curious I become. Besides, you look more like you need a friend. You're too kind. So be it. I suppose I can share with you a morsel of my misery. Before I came to Tuliolal, I worked as a goldsmith at the most prestigious jewelry maker in all of Ula, Shtaims Aesthetics. Oh, it started off well enough, but as the days passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to my masterpieces of my talented colleagues, my products were lacking, mediocre. I lost all confidence, crippling doubt had possessed me, and any veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon cracked beneath its weight. Thus did I take ship, hoping to find a fresh beginning on new shores. Yet, as you witness, I lack the courage to even approach a potential employer. You stand before a man wallowing in the wreckage of his ill-spent existence. Alright then. You offered a morsel and served us the full course. You must have really wanted someone to hear your story. If you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then you have experience with my predicament of feeling terribly inadequate compared to your undeniably superior peers. Well, when you put it that way, I know. Uh, Not me. I'm Wuklamat, I promise of Tuliolal, daughter of the Dawn servant. Oh, of course. You're a member of the royal family. Please forgive my presumptuousness. But what of you? Have you ever measured your work against that of your colleagues and found yourself wanting? How can I not? Should my work not meet the same exacting standards, no new commissions will be forthcoming. What enough why? Whoa, I clicked. Looking back, it was my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creations brought radiant smiles to the faces of his clients. I admired him deeply for it. In the course of striving to be as great a goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivation. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft as he did. Perhaps I will give this one last try. Thank you both for reminding me what is truly important. What is truly important? I liked making my own gear. I never made like the super crazy stuff, but I was making stuff as I went on when I was leveling all of them. Sorry about that, I didn't mean to ignore you. But yes, I'm glad to see Fontaine is giving himself another chance. Should eat one of these. I can't help but wonder if Fontaine will follow through. Let's see if he's actually gone to talk before a plea. I'm such a sleepy girl. Bum, bum, bum. It was kind of you to come, but you needn't worry. I've found my courage. I accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. My name is Fontaine, and I am a goldsmith from Ulda in faraway Eorzea. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue practicing my trade here in Wakumakimeki. You will have me. I only ask for the opportunity to bring happiness to others with my creations. So that's what it was about. You were looking for work? Consider yourself hired. Wakumekimeki is always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. Handle the necessary paperwork. Can you start tomorrow? Yes, of course. I must thank you both again for your sage and timely advice. I don't know that I was all that helpful. But you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would have. Oh, fuck. The arrangements have been made. Come and meet me at the entrance of High Tide High Bay. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Ropley? Ready and waiting. Behold the sublime touch of a Wakumekimeki artisan. Oh, it's as sharp and deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Well, good luck to you, Fontaine. Let me know if that doubt creeps back in. I'd be happy to talk you out of it. As for us, we should head for the highway. Wouldn't want to keep Aaronville waiting. Run. Oh. Enough with the secrecy. What's this big plan of yours? Look there. That is my big plan. What? What is that? It's a what is it? A punity? Unity? She'll be pulling our boat upriver. How do we know she won't thrash about and sink us instead? They're gentle and timid creatures, for the most part. She's unlikely to cause a fuss unless you give her a reason to. First alpacas, now punities. We're relying a lot on animals for this journey. We should be thankful we have an animal expert as our guide, then. But did it have to be my old nemesis? Another boat. Well, I took you for someone who was up for the challenge. Was I wrong? Long ago, when fighting still raged between the clans, the inhabitants of Kozama-uka rode these riverboats to move swiftly through hostile territory. But the vessels see little use now, with Terrell now at peace, so I was able to borrow one of which few remain. I did consider it dirigible, but the pilots warned me that the updrafts near the falls would make landing difficult. You say you borrowed one, yet there appear to be several on the water. Kona! Lamati? Lamatai? Traveling up the river, I presume? Seems that way. Does this mean you've earned 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you've managed despite undertaking the contest alone. I was never alone. I've had my own entourage with me since the beginning. Oh my god, there they are. my friends. It's been, well, not that long. Tancred, Orianger, what are you doing here? Escorting a promise, the same as you. I heard much of the incomparable icons during my time at the stadium. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought who better to recruit to my cause. I contacted the Skylight, who arranged an introduction to these two gentlemen. The second promise had specific requirements. They who would be his assistants must boast both proven survival skills and mastery of the arcane arts. Instead, Thancred and I received the summons. My own studies concentrated on technology which our people could readily use, such as inventions born of magitech or clever engineering. Where magic was concerned, I covered only the foundation. Knowing you two, I expect you had other reasons for accepting the job. We're on a honeymoon. A few. The nation of Tulia spans an entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world may be plunged into instability once more. Ever have we striven to preserve peace? Where is our place, if not here and now? We did our due diligence, of course, and made sure who we were working with before agreeing to this endeavor. He's even more opaque than Orianger at times, but it's surprisingly... That's quite enough of that. We must be on our way. Wait, I do have one question before you leave. Kona and Wuklamat are vying for the throne. As Kona's entourage, does that mean you resolve to defeat all his opponents, including us? We're sworn to do all in our power to win this contest for Kona, even if it means competing against our own comrades. We intend to hold nothing back, and expect you to do the same. And we won't disappoint you. I thought you were taking a boat. If even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk than risk confrontation on a leaky barge with no possibility of retreat. It's true that I can't stand boats, but I trust the route Aranville has chosen for us. Leave the handling of the Azeres punity. Should other wildlife attack us, however, I may have difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away, as far from the front of the boat as possible. And we shall remain on deck and stand guide, although it may be wise to have at least one of us sit up front with Aranville, just in case. I'd like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my pictomancy to the proof, and I'll take any chance to show you that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Kaya will stand guide with Wella. I'll keep Aranville company then. With my blade, I can respond more quickly to threats than Alpha now. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of your way. And I shall endeavor to provide aid where it is needed. I can do that as well. That should cover most eventualities. Secure your gear and board the boat when you're ready. Let the hunt begin. Yay! Thank you, Autumn. What? What do I need? What's the I'm one away. Ooh, I need a new wristlet. That's it. Or a new earring. So expensive. I don't need anything that crazy. Okay, 19K. I'll do that. Okay, I'm ready. Good night, Voravor. I'm going to bed. Imagine if I fell asleep on stream. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to fix my portrait. Oh, oops. Gotta put finger back. This place is so pretty. Ring. Oh. What are these creatures? They're little guys. Where did he even go? Holy shit. Ah! Oh god. He got so big and round. That was good. Oh, I literally just got a new bracelet. Ooh, oops. Bad day. Oh, play grid. Oh my god, they're all of us. Aww. Sleepy. Scary. I really like this dungeon. Oh my god, that's so pretty. There's a big old bug. Oh, okay, so you get stacks of that, and then you can get a free cast of the rainbow thing. That's really cool. Bug. You. It's evolving, it's like Kha'Zix. Magoo. Oh. It was cool. We'll say. Think you ought
This is as far as we can go on foot, it seems. We'll have to head back and see about fixing the boat.
Hey! Everyone all right?
Magoo. I swear we might not catch up to you. There's like 3 lines. Wait. Autumn. It's okay. Ribbon Jenny is almost over for proof of that. You only look ahead. The falls were impressive enough from a distance, but the tool's huge now. I'm surprised this isn't voiced. There's like 3 lines of voice stuff. It's amazing. No, please let me off. Make you being so annoying now. Oh, poor Wuklama. You're not alright. Should be surprised even if she was. Even with the without the nausea, we're all spent. There's a mountain shelter nearby, a resting spot for those who have ascended the stairs. I suggest we make use of it. It would be a welcome respite. I'd be the strength for a short walk, Wuklamat. We can rest along the way too. Damn it all. The promise is meant to lead from the front, not mewl and moan like a sick kitten. Wuklamat. Ignore me. It's the nausea talking. Fine, really. Lead on, I'll follow. Very well. But if I might say one thing, just because you're a promise or a claimant for the throne doesn't mean you can't be seen to struggle. Fuck. I clicked. But Cryolite. You as well, Vala. I've always believed this is my problem alone, but perhaps you have the right of it. Okay. I'll talk about things. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Of course, as long as you need. We'll be waiting at the shelter when you're ready. I've long felt that I could never tell anyone when I was confused or hurting, that admitting to weakness would bring shame to Papa's name. But if you say you're willing to listen, then there are things I'd like to talk about. Come on, let's catch up to the alleys. They're on the upper, well, lower part. We should stop here for the night. I understand the desire to rush ahead, but we need to recuperate from our punishing river adventure. And then let's settle in. We'll need a cook fire, and there's meal preparation to be done. This should be voiced.
I've been meaning to
Yes.
ask, but how does one become the adopted child of the Dawn Servant?
I was but a ball of fuzz at the time, so I don't remember much. My earliest memories are of life in the palace. All I know is that I was born in Ikbrash, a village in Yaktel. But I've never bothered to return there. As far as I'm concerned, Ulul Jaja is my only parent.
I quite understand. I have no memories of my birth parents either. For a while, I wanted to learn who they were. But over time, that curiosity waned. Galuf was my dear grandfather, and he was all I needed.
So our situations were quite similar. Even though Papa already had a trueborn son, he raised me and Kona with no less love. One time, I'd wandered off alone into the forest and gotten lost before I became a meal for some beast. Papa dropped everything and came to my rescue. I was scared and sobbing and ready for a scolding, but the head of resolve praised me for surviving the ordeal. I did get my lecture from the head of reason, though. He went on and on about the dangers of the jungle and all the horrible ways I could have died. Growing up, Papa was kind and patient, but a tyrant when it came to training. Now, of course, I realize he was preparing me for my duties as a promise. For all the good it did. There's so much I failed to learn about my own country. Whether it's alpacas or Ihihana, I hardly know anything. I've lived such a sheltered life, yet convinced myself I understood Tural and its people. I don't have Kona's education or Zoralja's strength. I'm all bluff and bravado, not fit to bear my title.
I think I already said that earlier.
Don't compare myself to my siblings, you mean? I think I see what you're saying. My reasons for joining the contest have nothing to do with my brothers. It's always been about the Turali and what I can do for them.
You said it yourself. How important it is to properly know something. To hear the voices of others, empathize with how they feel, and think how best to serve. In so doing, you'll come ever closer to being the person you wish to be.
I'm sorry, everyone. I've been a fool. From this moment on, I'll stop trying to be the promise I'm not. I won't feign strength to hide my weaknesses.
Yeah.
Step by step, I'll learn all there is to know and love about Tulihyolal and my fellow Turali. It might not be the smoothest path, but it'll be a path of my own making. I will find the City of Gold for all of us, along with the answers you seek about your grandfather, Kryl. I swear.
I appreciate it, Wuklamat. But you needn't take on that burden as well. Galuf Baldessian dedicated his life to protecting people from all manner of threats. As his granddaughter, I wouldn't wish to endanger others for the sake of a personal investigation. So let's just concentrate on winning the contest. We have a shared goal, and, if at all possible, I'd rather we enjoy the journey.
Hear, hear. We are companions on the same road, bound for the same destination. With our combined talents, nothing will stop us from reaching the Golden City.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
Aww. That was a good cutscene. So it's not over.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
They seem to be enjoying themselves. Are you sure you don't want to go and say a word to your sister?
Nay, there is no need for that. But what of you two? Uklamat's allies are your comrades. It must feel strange to be rivals.
Helping you has made us rivals, aye. But we're not about to break into fisticuffs over it. Unless, of course, it is a matter of winning or losing the contest. Then I'll have no qualms about putting Alizé on her rear.
Despite our long history, never have I been given the chance to test myself against our companions. The thought stirreth within me a most unexpected sense of competition.
Lamachi has surrounded herself with distinguished figures indeed. One of the Studium's finest graduates, the head of the students of Bardessian. And then there's Eorzea's vaunted champion. If she's half the hero you say, then the odds are stacked against us. Not that I've any intention of bowing out. Our time in Urkelpacha only served to strengthen my resolve. We saw how a single storm cut off the alpaca roots and threw my people's lives into disarray. Such uncertainties are why I advocate for the adoption of Sharlayan innovations, that Tuli Yolal might know greater stability and prosperity. Our nation can change for the better. And I will be the man to change it.
Well, it's a start. I imagine your experiences on this journey, all the things you'll hear and feel and think, will help you refine that approach.
He said the thing.
But to return to the subject of the rite, I'm a touch concerned by the condition for victory. The claimant who breaks the seal becomes Dawn Servant, not the one who performed the 7 feats first.
The would-be victor need only possess the 7 keystones.
That is correct. As the contest wears on, we must brace ourselves for greater conflict.
Your rivals still lag behind. The second and third promise may have recruited competent lackeys, but none compared to you. How can they hope to compete with the resilient son? The only child ever sired by a two-head. Only the ignorant or foolish could fail to see that you were born to be Dawn's servant.
Such titles mean nothing.
I neglected to mention, when I first heard the rumors that the contest involved the Golden City, I spoke in confidence with Gulul Jaja's inner circle. They all agreed on one thing. Whoever reaches the City of Gold will attain a power so great, it can dictate the course of history. If this power truly exists, then I humbly beg a fair share of it. Time is passing, and I would put my plans in motion without delay. The useless tool is cast aside after all. And just so there is no misunderstanding, you consent to this course, no matter who is made to suffer. In battle, everyone bleeds. The Dawn's promise is no exception. What better lesson to teach our people the folly of war?
Interesting, interesting.
I was hoping for a good scrap, but this bloated sack of bile was no challenge at all. I wonder if the house cat is dead yet. Be a shame to lose a plaything, but we'd still have 2 more.
If I may ask, Chosen One, what are your plans for Tuliolal after you take the throne?
Plans?
My god.
What makes you think we care
being
about all
so
that?
annoying.
We care only about the contest and proving our superiority. That would surely please Mother and Father. Yes, and when we become Dawn's servant, we'll drive out the weakling masses and invite our kin to live in the city. Fine idea! Our family deserves better than that rotten jungle. Back to it then. We must catch up to that one-headed pretender and remind him of the natural order.
I made it.
Oh, this dude's dead.
I thought we were missing someone. Where have you been?
Oh, I feared I was done for when I fell from the boat. Yet, somehow I made it. Oh, my arms, I can barely lift them. If I could just rest a moment.
You expect us to wait for you? Those who can't keep up will be left behind. My brother has spoken. March, or be fodder for the beasts.
But I followed the teachings. Everything I've done, everything I've sacrificed, all has been for the blessed siblings. Wait. Don't leave me behind! I'm begging you!
Woo! Being able to say those things had brought me such relief. It's like a stone has been lifted off my chest, and I can take a full breath at last. I don't want to encumber myself like that again. I want to be better. Will be better for myself and for my people. Hell yeah. The settlement of Earthenshire is not far from here. But be warned, the road we'll be taking is favorite hunting ground for bandits. With the stairs currently impassable, there will be fewer travelers, meaning the brigands will be desperate for victims to ambush. Although considering present company, I suppose my concern is unwarranted. Bandits on the road? What have Zaralja and the Lance Guard been doing? Seems it's up to me to restore order to the area. And off she goes again. For now, we'll head west and aim for the bank of the second river. Rainy. wow, wow. Ooh. Feel so sleepy. Well, where are these bandits? Apparently they're not foolish enough to attack a party of this size. The chair is just a little further ahead, on the opposite bank of Miyaka's oh Miyakabekazoma. Let's remain vigilant all the same. Ooh, I'll grab the epic current while I'm here. Oh god. Oops. It's an interesting little place. This is it, the village where the lay of pots from the Tuliolal saga took place. And then share, it'll share. Might the similarity be a cultural inclination, I wonder? These settlements themselves couldn't be more different, though. This shire appears custom built to resemble pots, while the other is a repurposed town. Welcome to Earthenshire. Do I have the pleasure of happy greeting the third promise and her retinue? And that's us. We're looking for the Dawn Servant's Elector, if you happen to know who that is. You are exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Ready Rock is the Elector you seek. Oh, that's helpful. We can get straight to the to performing the feat. As much as Red Rock would like to do just that, we have a much more pressing worry. The storm which hit our village shattered the cliffs and dropped rocks on our brain cases. Many help hands for the pot sworn were injured. This is no time for feats or metal tests. I'm sorry to hear that, and after learning what the storm did to the stairs, I feared you'd been caught in its path. Oh fuck. Goldsmiths contracted to work for the Moblins. The word comes from pot-like workshops. From the pot-like workshops where they practice their craft. The Moblins provide these potsworn with tools, materials, living quarters, everything the artisans could possibly need. This allows them to concentrate on producing what is widely known as the finest gold and metalwork in Tyrol. This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions. If this is the best they can offer, I should have never left Wakumeki. You see, the potsworn desert us. Without enough healthy help hands, we are failing to uphold our side of the pot pact. Should all our potswine leave, eventually we'll grind to a halt. We have to do something and do it soon. But let us stand in for the injured helpers. It would give me the chance to learn more about your people and your village. And if it brings us closer to beginning the feat, then all the better. This isn't strictly part of the contest, so don't feel obligated to join in. Take a rest while you can. I could use a nap, but I do want to help. I was hoping you'd say that. I actually wasn't sure I could do this on my own. We'll all help. I doubt any of us could just sit around and watch. We'll take every help hand we can get. Bedrock truth swears that once the potswine have their perfect workshops again, we'll commence the feat with all haste. You and the third promise can assist help hand Rakarok. You other four, follow Rakarok. There are other help hands in need of hand lending. I really appreciate you pitching in. I meant what I said at many fires. There'll be no more feigning strength, no more playing it being an invincible promise. If there's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how practiced you are at aiding those in need. And I mean to make the most of having such an incredible mentor at my side. Now, let's find this Rakarok fellow and see what we can do for him. I do really like that the Warrior of Light is taking like a mentor position in this expansion. I think that's nice. Because like we literally have like nothing to nothing to really prove right now. There's no huge threat or anything. And Endwalker is like the biggest threat you can get at this point in the story. Ooze. Rakarok can't meet his obligations without more help hands. The pot pact is broken and the pots are emptying. You've come to aid Rakarok. Rakarok accepts your hand lending with joyous feel smiles. If we can offer the potswine their promised good living, we might save the day yet. And whatever you need. Give me my new weapon. Oh, I gotta... Let me read Glamour. I like this one. Not as much as the other one, but I like it. What Rakarok needs is for new help hands to create good living for potswine Kae. The help hand assigned to Kae was hurt during the rock rain, so Rakarok took over, but he knows nothing of Kae. What does Kae want? What does Kae need? Help hands do not bother the potswine with straight asks. Our job is to observe and anticipate, to prepare things with guess think. Please, guess think with Rakarok. Find out what Kae is lacking so we can provide it. You can count on it. This is where Kae wakes, is it? Let's take a peek inside then. That must be Kae. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just talk to him, but that's not the way they do things around here, apparently. We'll have to leave him be and try our hand at some guess think. Inspect the workshop. It must be boiling sitting so close to the furnace. There's no airflow to speak of. How could anyone work in that stifling heat? Well, he has no shortage of crafting materials. Must be something else he's missing. Those tools are looking pretty worn down. Maybe it's time for some new ones? Oh, never mind. Okay. Touch meal. He's barely touched his meal. Fucked up. A world where someone barely touches their meal. That dish is meant to be eaten hot, or it loses its savor. Alright. After taking a good look, I think I have an idea of what things Kai might want to improve his working conditions. Let's head back outside and talk to Rakarok. Cool. You made your observations? What did you guys think? First off, I noticed Kai hasn't touched his food, and an empty belly can't be good for his concentration. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking, but our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he want to eat it? But Ragnarok is sure nothing of it when it comes. Oh fuck! I clicked. I can help you with that. My brother Kona is also, etc. While everyone has their personal preferences, there's some they tend to share, like an aversion to piping hot dishes. If it was brought to him like that, Kai probably wouldn't have been able to eat until it cooled down, and by the time he came back to it, he might have found it cold and unappetizing. The simplest solution is to serve dishes that taste good no matter the temperature. Ragnarok never would have thought of that. Would the third promise mind explaining these things to our cook? Not at all, but I don't think that was the only reason Kai couldn't concentrate. The Hitsuro homeland is hot and dry, but even Kai seemed to be suffering in front of that furnace. Is there any way you could cool down the workshop? Oh, we could try a drafty shard. They make a lovely breeze. Do you know where we can get one of those? You can gather them from the shoals of no return. There are many old boats there, abandoned by those who gave up their search for the Golden City. So we salvage them from the wrecks. Could you handle that for us, Walla? Oh, and one more thing. From what I could tell, Kai's files and saws are things were very worn down. Maybe a new set of tools is in order? Ragnarok was too preoccupied with stocking materials, a serious oversight which he will rectify. Supplying good tools for good living is a help hand's responsibility. Then we all have work to do. We can meet back here when our tasks are done. The shoals of no return are past the crags. Through a tunnel southeast of here. You should be able to spot a passage from just outside the village. Let me look at this MSQ. Trail MSQ. Okay, so we're in this one. I don't know when to leave off on this, but we'll probably go a little past 2 hours, so not too long from now. Maybe another 20. We can go all the way to the upper part of Ukapacha. You're well, aren't you? Well, what brings you here? I had the issue with caring for the potswine. When they approached me with that same problem, I suggested they commission artisans in Shylien instead. Quality of craftsmanship would be guaranteed, after all. However, the Moblins did not care for the idea. Surely it would be more effective to engage a uniformly trade collective. I cannot understand their fixation on individual contracts. Perhaps the custom will make more sense once we begin the feat of pots. Until then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of help hands, and are instead tasked with tending the injured. We were on our way back from procuring herbs for Urianger, in fact. Settlements in Kozama-uka, too, have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? Should I become Dawn's servant, one of my first acts will be to establish reliable trade routes to the capital, when I imagine how much good we can achieve with Shylien technology. My apologies. I have much to consider. If you will excuse us. We'll meet again soon, I'm sure. Take care, Wella. Bow, bow, bow. See me. Woo! Well, this is a pretty... Here it is. Is that a cool breeze Rock feels? Here you go. Oops. Sorry. I was trying to... I was looking at my phone. And I comparing good food tidings. The cook has prepared a feast fit for the most discerning Hetsuro, and it's on its way even as we speak. I didn't mean to click earlier. Let's go in and see what Kai thinks of our efforts. He loves it. I was wondering what occasion called for me to receive so many visitors. Fine meal, new tools, and a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I signed a pot pact. Oh my god, that's a tongue twister. Pot pact, pot pact. I'm grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me a moment or two, and I'll reciprocate with a piece of worthy of the plot swine. Bam, bam, bam. I really like the architecture here. It's funny. It's funny. An oil lamp to brighten the halls of Valakshunsa. Craftsmanship satisfies Elinsh's reputation for quality, I trust. Such luster, such brilliance. Truly a gift fit for the Dawn Servant. Glad you like it. Considering the time I've wasted till now, I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. I have a contract to fulfill, after all. Forgive my interruption. Lamatai, I am told the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to task us with defeat. That's great news. Thanks for letting me know. This is the craft of a potswine. It is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your kind words of praise, Second Promise. I drew inspiration from Kozama Uka's natural beauty and sought to capture it in my wake. I wondered why the Moblins did not simply build a workshop in the city, and now I have my answer. Even Shyley goldsmiths could not easily replicate such exquisite artistry. One cannot create great things if one lacks creative impetus. Tulio Laust, fortunately, does not want for inspiration. Anyone wishes to learn the basics of a craft would do well to study it there. I was raised among Hetsuro, more traditional than most, and the shared ingenuity of Tyrell's various peoples was eye-opening. You lived as a traditional Hetsuro, and few fond memories of nomadic life. Blackrock is very grateful to you. Thank you both for your hard work and clever guess think. When it comes to help handling, knowing the potswine really is important. Well, that's true for pretty much everyone you meet. It's a lesson I've had drummed into me several times already on this journey. Do I have room for this? I do. I'll need to clear up some space in a bit. The Elector bids the claimants assemble in a large building on the west side of the village. I will head over after finding Thancred and Oriange. I also ran into the Levier twins on the way here. I took the liberty of directing them to the venue. We're rivals. It's not his job to make sure I know the feat is starting, but even now, he's conscientious to a fault. Anyway, let's not keep Ready Rock waiting. God, I cannot talk today. Ready Rock thanks you for assisting Helphand Ragnarok. She will announce the feat once the other claimants arrive, so please be patient a little while longer. Voiced? Nope. I'm happy to report that we were able to convince one of the Potsworn to stay. How did you fare? We did the same thing. So you managed to do the same. Splendid. Welcome to— oh fuck. Okay. Hail the mighty Zeralja. He cleared many piles of rockfall as if they were pebblestones. The resilient son for Dawn Servant. Zeralja was cleaning fallen rocks. I'm surprised he would volunteer his time for anything unrelated to the contest. Well, well, we meet again. Oh, we're all here. Just in time for the feat to begin. I'll bet he was already here, laying low while the rest of us did all the work. Claimants, your attention please. As Ridderrock has explained, many of our Potsworn left us following the storm. The precious metalwork crafted by those artisans bring in much jiggly shine from across the salt. Jingly shine, not jiggly. Should our stream of trade goods dry up, Earthenshire will suffer. Tuliolal merchants will suffer. So Ridderrock sets you this feat. Each of you are to find one clever hand goldsmith to bring back here to us. So we're to recruit new Potsworn. Makes sense for the feat of pots. Calling this a feat does not justify taking advantage of the claimants and their influence. How does finding workers for you demonstrate their worthiness for the throne? You are free to refuse Ridderrock's request. She'll be happy to inform the Dawn Servant of Zeralja's disqualification. Right is a means to an end. The steps we take there to get there are not important. And Ridderrock declares the feat of pots begun. But remember, a pot pact must be agreed to willingly. No grab snatching or deceitful tongue flaps. The Elector said nothing of taking a willing artisan from a rival, which is exactly what we should do. Fine suggestion, brother. Glad you think so, brother. Come, let us lay our plans. Oh, that nasty brute is up to something. Aye, he may seek to delay us again as he did on the river, but we can remain vigilant while we plot our course. What do you think, Wuklamat? Have you any candidates in mind to satisfy this feat? I know some artisans amongst my supporters, but they're all in their twilight years. I couldn't ask them to give up the comforts of Tuliolal to live in this remote village, no matter how beautiful the scenery. Meanwhile, Kona probably has 100 young craft people. Ugh, I have to sneeze. 100 young craftspeople to choose from. Not that I'm comparing us, you understand? That's just statement of fact. Thank you. I suppose we could try asking around Waku Meki Meki. Seems a logical place to start. Back to Tuliolal it is. Wait, does that mean we have to take the boat again? No, 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 I can't do it. I can't stomach another boat ride. You should— oh, fuck. The truth is, I get really, really sick on boats. We know. Come on, this is hardly news. but it was brave of you to admit. In any case, we won't be fighting the current of it this time. Heading downriver will be much smoother. She looks like a sad... Well, she is a sad cat, but she looks like those sad cat edits. It will. Are you sure? I'm positive. Mostly. I need a moment. Upriver, downriver. Ihu. Oh fuck. Ihu Katumu is rough. It's too rough for me. The nausea is a bit more bearable now that I've stopped trying to hide it, but I'd still rather not set foot on a boat if I can help it. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's see if Master Ruffley can help us recruit a pot swine. Boing. Greetings, Third Promise. What brings you back to Wakumekimeki? You've not chipped your axe again, have you? No, Master Ruffley. Actually, I have a favor to ask. What do you think? Do you know of any craftsmen who might be interested? Poaching my artisans for the moblins, huh? Well, seeing as it's the Third Promise making the request, I'm willing to look the other way if one of them decides to take you up on the offer. Only, I can't think of a suitable candidate off the top of my head. Who do I know with a mastery of goldsmithing that would also have no qualms about relocating to Earthenshire? Yeah, I was thinking about him. You mean Fontaine? He did say he was employed at some fancy jewelry store across the salt. And considering the distance he's already come, I'd like to think he wouldn't mind moving a little up the river. That said, he's only got himself a new job. Is it too soon to ask him to sign a pot pact? There's no harm in making the offer. Once he hears about how well the pots weren't treated, he may even jump at the chance. Either way, you won't find Fontaine at his workbench at this hour. He's finished for the day, probably enjoying a meal over at Zablyov Tai. I need to remember how to pronounce that. Oh fuck. Clicked. If us can handle this, take a rest of the cabins if you'd like. Right, let's go and see a man about a pot. Where is it? Over here. Oh, damn it. I clicked too soon. Last time we talked on this beach, you were in a miserable state. Yes, I was, wasn't I? A lost soul until the two of you came along and helped me rediscover my purpose. A new place of employment has been most welcoming, and for the first time in a long time, I feel content with my lot in life. That's wonderful. So, what is it you wish to discuss? Well, it's hard to ask this right after you've settled in, but I'm looking for someone to become a potswine. Oh, I've heard my new colleagues mention this term. That's when an artisan signs a contract to work for the Moblins, isn't it? But you're not a Moblin. I'm not sure I understand. It's for the feat. It's for a feat in the right of succession. I need to bring a new potswine to Earthenshire. So that's the way of it. Well, we've barely met, and after pushing you to work at Wakumekimeki, I'm demanding you throw that away and sign a pot pact instead. It's a selfish request, I know. I have something to tell you, third promise. The other day, I completed the necessary procedures for immigration. I'm pleased to say that I am now official subject of Tuliolal. I've since endeavored to learn what I can of my new nation, beginning with the right of succession and its claimants, including you, of course. Now, you will recall it was my father's example which led me to pursue goldsmithing. He was at East End when Gallian forces laid siege to the settlement, and in the ensuing chaos, he was slain. War took him from me in an instant, the man I loved and admired. I never wished to suffer such a loss again. And so, as much as I'm indebted to you for turning my life around, it is as a fellow peace-loving Tulialan that I want you to win the throne. If I can help you achieve that by signing a pot pact, then I shall gladly do so. Fontaine, thank you. I shall return to Master Robley and inform him of my decision. Allow me. I'm the reason you're leaving, so I should be the one to deliver the news. Hey dude, perhaps you remember me? Brook Ivu of Zabalav. Hey, I'd like a word with you if you don't mind. You're Wuklamat's ally from across the salt, right? And a hero of some renown too, if the gossip's to be believed. Well, as it so happens, I could use some heroic help. It doesn't need to be right now, but could you come by when you have a spare moment? Much appreciated. I'll be waiting for you at my shop then. Oh, roll quests. Okay, cool. Where do I go? Here. I think I might end after this quest. Master Robley, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Fontaine has agreed to sign the pot pact, yes? Well, it is a shame to lose a capable goldsmith. To have one of our own handpicked to serve the third promise is a great honor for Wakumekimeki. I appreciate your understanding. Of course, if you happen to know other talented artisans, regardless of their expertise, I hope you send them my way. It could even be yourself if you're so inclined. keep that in mind. Though my time here was brief, I will not forget your kindness, Master Robley. I am blessed to have these workshops be my first home in Tuliolao. Come back to us if the moblins cut you loose. You'll always have a job at Wakumeki. I expect you'll want to leave for Earthenshire as soon as possible. I'll go and pack my things. What became of Fontaine? Were you able to find him? We did, and he's agreed to become a potsworn. We'll leave when he's ready, but you still have a little time. Splendid. We shall meet you anon. I had plenty of reasons to win the contest, but now I have one more. Fontaine's putting his faith in me, and I won't let him down. Yeah. Oh, and his deliveries too. I see where we are. Okay, yeah, we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till the next dungeon. So we'll do some more tomorrow. Womp, womp. Alright. Thank you, everyone. I'm sorry if it was... No, it wasn't that short. But I was still pretty tired, so I wasn't talking as much as I usually do, I think. But still, thank you for watching. Let me put on music. I'm not going to say I'll stream tomorrow. I may still end up streaming tomorrow. It depends when I wake up. Because I have work in the morning. So I don't want to make any promises that I'll wake up like with enough time to stream, but if I do, then you'll see a stream. But I'll definitely try and do the day after, if not tomorrow. You drop those on me, and I'm killing you for it. Slim. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna hop off now and go back to bed. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely rest of your day, morning, night, whatever time it is. And I'll see you either tomorrow or day after. Bye-bye. Thank you. No Usagi this stream. Next stream. Next stream. Bye-bye.